Who let the dogs out?
My name is Tim Tim Canary, aka the Tim Dawg. I've always wanted to do a sports show or be active in sports my whole life because my brothers and my sister growing up, they've never treated me any different. And all I do is watch sports and as you saw, we went around my room and I've been to the Nova Care Center a lot, but this episode is going to be about me and my family and the way that they've never taken me out of anything just because I have a disability. Growing up, we all, the four of us, played street hockey with the neighbors every day. Every day we come home from school. Sometimes my mom would get calls from the neighbors. I don't know why Tim's in the middle of the street with a hockey net and they're making the cars go around him, but that's how my family is, and they are me because I have a handicapped brother named Joe that's my role model, that when he was playing sports, he walks with a limp. We both have the same disability. He walks with the limp, and he would crawl to the base, sometimes first base. Yeah, you know what I mean, just to get there. And I have the same attitude, and I love football. Because of Mike Barnes and my friend Mike Barnes and Dom DeSandro, I get to meet all the Eagles and you see stuff around the room, but the only thing that matters to me is my family and the way my brothers have treated me. I love hockey is my number one sport, and then football. I love the Philadelphia Flyers more than anybody in the world. I love the sport of hockey more than anything in the world. But if you were to ask me what kind of sport I would play baseball because my brothers all played baseball. My father was a great baseball and softball player. And my father was great at everything except for being married, but that's another story for a different time. God rest his soul, but I play baseball because my brothers all got coached by my father at one point in their little league career, and I never got coached by my father because I've had CP for 45 years. You're not going to change me. You're not going to change it. It's the way it is. My legs don't work, but my mouth sure works. So, you know, and I would have loved to have been coached by my dad at some point playing baseball, and he played softball for years. But let's talk about something serious, and that's my number one person in my life who I wouldn't be here if she wasn't in my life, is my mom. She's a great person. She's the best mom that anyone could ever want, anyone could ever need. She'll do anything for you. She's 67 years old now, and she's still working 3 part-time jobs to keep the house going. That's where I get my determination from, is my family and my friends, and honestly, you all see a wheelchair right now. I see nothing, because my family's treated me like the wheelchair doesn't matter, and that's why my whole life I've wanted to play sports, but family's number one in my life. My brothers, my mom. Unfortunately, my sister passed away at a young age, and my dad passed away a couple years after that. I look at it as she is up there with him, he's up there with her, and it's us 4 boys, we have to take care of mom until it's her time to see Dawn or see my dad or whatever you may call it. But you can never get down about life. You always have to, whatever God gives you, you always have to think positive, and you always have to take it like, sure, I've always wanted to play sports with, organized sports with my brother. So I'm not talking about the street hockey when the neighbors are calling my mom and saying, why sit out in the middle of the street? I've always wanted to play organized sports with my brothers. I never got that opportunity, and it always bothered me. But later on in life, I got the chance to prove everybody wrong, and how this fits in is I've been 20 years on my own between Ingle South and 3 different apartments and stuff like that. And I think that matters because you all see me at Ingle South right now in my room, and that's only because I'm getting older. I've been there, done that. You can't take the 11 years that I was on my own away from me, and I used to go tailgating with my brothers, and I used to drive down the stadium myself because in my wheelchair because I had an apartment in South Philly, and I did bowling with UCPA, that's United Cerebral Palsy, and my coach, she was wrong my rookie year because I asked her how I could get on the tournament team. I just didn't want to bowl for the hell of it. You know what I mean? I want to bowl where it really mattered and there was really competition, and so she challenged me, and I made the tournament team. So we went to Connecticut. My mom took me there, and there was 500. There was like close to 500 bowlers, and my coach came up to me and said, "Don't expect nothing your rookie year because you're not going to medal, and don't be upset about it. You're not going to medal." Well, I went outside and the hotel, my mom knew once she said that she fired me up because I don't lose at anything. You know what I mean? There may be changes in my life that I have to do for myself because I'm getting older, but I never lose at anything. So we're in Connecticut, ready to go to the bowling alley, and needless to say, I won't brag about myself, but she was wrong and I was right, because in my Class A bowling at that time, out of 400 bowlers, 400 or 500 bowlers, I finished 3rd overall and got the bronze medal. So the bottom line is, if you ever put a challenge in front of you or yourself or me, you're probably going to lose, because whatever I'm dedicated to do, I do. So, and I just wanted to finish this with nothing that has to do with sports, but it also has to do with my life. There is one proud moment that I'm proud of in my own life, that I graduated in 93, 94. I practiced for 2 years on a walker because I wasn't going to just sit in my wheelchair and get my diploma. I wanted to walk like everybody else, and I didn't tell my folks that for 2 years that I practiced, and I did it. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. But what I want you all to know is whatever you think you can accomplish, you can do it. Nothing will get in your way, and this ends the first episode of Dawg Sports Talk, and I hope you learned a little bit about myself and my family, because I wouldn't be the person I am today without them. Goodbye, rough.